Sometimes, the most dangerous signs don't shout. They whisper. They hide in plain sight, tucked into her tone, her timing, her habits. If you're not truly paying attention, you won't see them. Because when a woman starts preparing to walk out of your life for another man, her behavior doesn't change loudly. It shifts in quiet, uncontrollable ways. It's in the nervous movements, the little routines that suddenly look too perfect, the tiny unconscious choices that expose what her words will never admit. Before I take you deeper, let me remind you, if you've found value in these honest conversations about relationships and human behavior, subscribe now and be part of this growing circle of truth. It's what keeps us building a community where people stop guessing and start understanding. Now, let's talk about 12 subtle warning signs that reveal she's not just going out, she's going somewhere else. 1. She suddenly starts cleaning or organizing before leaving. If she's never been the type to care much about tidying up, yet suddenly starts wiping counters, rearranging shelves, or fixing small things before she steps out, that's not random. It's not about being neat. It's about guilt. When a woman knows she's about to do something she shouldn't, she often tries to balance it out with small acts of order or kindness, almost like she's trying to leave behind a sense of peace before she breaks one. It's a quiet form of self-forgiveness. Pay attention to that sudden urge to make things look perfect. It's not love. It's her conscience trying to steady itself before the lie begins. 2. She becomes unusually cheerful or strangely distant. Extreme mood shifts right before she leaves aren't coincidence. When she's overly bubbly, laughing harder than usual, or suddenly too affectionate, that's often her guilt wearing a smile. It's a mask, an emotional distraction to hide what she's really feeling. But on the flip side, if she turns cold, detached, or starts mentally checking out, that's guilt taking another form. Withdrawal. Either way, her energy isn't grounded in the relationship anymore. You can feel it. She's present but not really there. 3. She lingers at the mirror longer than usual. Every woman glances at a mirror. That's normal. But when she keeps retouching her lipstick, fixing the same strand of hair, or adjusting her outfit again and again, it's not vanity. It's intention. She's not dressing for comfort. She's dressing for impression. And that obsessive attention to detail right before she leaves, that's one of the clearest clues that she's getting ready for someone who isn't you. 4. She leaves certain things behind. Watch what she carries and what she doesn't. When a woman is truly just running errands, she often brings little extras, a tote bag, lip balm, receipts, random things she might need. But when she's suddenly walking out with only her phone, keys, and wallet, that's not about convenience. That's calculation. The less she carries, the fewer explanations she'll owe. She's minimizing evidence. She doesn't want you asking, "What's that for?" or noticing an item that doesn't fit her story. This tiny, almost invisible decision says a lot. It's about staying light, staying untraceable. She's thinking ahead, not like someone headed to the store, but like someone who knows she has something to hide. 5. She avoids looking you in the eye. Guilt often shows up in the eyes before it shows up anywhere else. If she suddenly struggles to meet your gaze, glances down often, or busies herself with unnecessary little tasks before leaving, that's not modesty. That's avoidance. Eye contact feels dangerous when she knows you can sense something's off. She may smile, laugh, or even try to act normal, but that moment when your eyes meet, it exposes her. That quick look away, that forced focus on something trivial, it speaks louder than any excuse she could make. When a woman hides what she's doing, her body will try to stay calm, but her eyes will always give her away. 6. She silences or hides her phone. When someone has nothing to conceal, they don't feel the need to guard their phone. But when she starts setting it face down, switching to silent, or keeping it just out of your reach, that's not a coincidence, that's control. She knows a single notification, a message preview, or a name flashing on the screen could unravel everything. So she creates distance between you and her device, between truth and discovery. It's not about privacy or not wanting to be disturbed. It's about keeping her secret world protected. Before we continue, Take a second to like this video if you value learning the truth about what people do when they think no one's watching. It helps this message reach more men who need to hear it. And keep watching, because what comes next will reveal the patterns she hopes you'll never notice. A phone is the most dangerous companion for anyone hiding an affair. When she starts placing it face down, putting it on silent, or keeping it just beyond your sight, that's not habit, that's defense. She knows one notification could expose everything. That phone becomes her most guarded secret, a mirror of the life she's trying to keep you from seeing. 7. She plans her exit with precision. Watch her timing. If she always steps out when you're half asleep, distracted in the shower, or focused on something else, that's not coincidence. That's choreography. She's waiting for the perfect moment when you won't ask questions. A normal outing doesn't need that level of precision. But sneaking to meet someone else does. That timing, subtle, consistent, too perfect, becomes evidence of where her loyalty truly lies. 8. She constantly checks or erases messages. A quick glance at the phone? Normal. But when she scrolls too quickly, closes apps the moment you walk in, or deletes messages while standing right beside you, that's not comfort. That's fear. Fear of discovery. You can almost feel the tension when you enter the room. The way her fingers move faster, her posture stiffens, her screen dims just a little too soon. She's not protecting her peace. She's protecting her secret. And here's the real truth. When there's nothing to hide, there's no need to erase. People only delete what they don't want remembered. So when her messages vanish faster than they appear, you're not imagining things. She's rewriting her digital story in real time. And deep down, she knows one slip could reveal everything. 9. She keeps changing outfits. Switching outfits once or twice is normal. Everyone wants to feel good before they step out. But when she tries on 3, 4, or even 5 combinations before settling, that's not indecision. That's obsession. She's not dressing for errands. She's not dressing for you. She's dressing for someone's approval. That restless back and forth between the mirror and the wardrobe isn't about comfort. It's about impression. She wants to feel desired, noticed, validated. Her reflection has become a conversation, not between her and her confidence, but between her and whoever she's meeting. And while she might tell you, nothing fits right today, what she really means is, I need to look perfect for where I'm going. 10. She avoids clarity when you ask simple questions. Listen closely to her language. If she starts saying things like, I'm just going out with a friend, or I'll be back soon, that's not casual conversation. That's evasion. Vague answers are a shield. They give her room to adjust the story later if something doesn't line up. A woman with nothing to hide will tell you exactly where she's going, who she's with, and what time she'll be back, not because she has to, but because it comes naturally. But when she's managing 2 worlds, specifics become dangerous.
So she replaces them with fog.
Ambiguity becomes her best friend, and your confusion becomes her protection. 11. She watches the clock too often. Once or twice, fine. But when she keeps checking the time, fidgeting, glancing toward the door, or pacing around impatiently, she's not anxious about being late for errands. She's worried about being late for someone. Her rhythm changes. The way she moves, the way she speaks, even the way she breathes starts syncing with another man's schedule. That's the part most men miss. Her whole energy shifts to match someone else's world. It's not just about where she's going. It's about who she's aligning her time with. And time, my friend, never lies. 12. She adds last-minute finishing touches before stepping out. A quick spray of perfume. A touch of lipstick. A final hair adjustment by the mirror before she walks out. Alone, these things mean nothing. But when they happen consistently, paired with other signs, they mean everything. These aren't random touches of vanity. They're final preparations. The last brushstrokes before the secret begins. You'll notice it. That soft smile to herself in the mirror, that small spark in her eyes. It's not for you. It's the quiet excitement of anticipation. The finishing touches before the lie begins. She believes these gestures are invisible, but to a man who's paying attention, they scream intent. So, if she once used her card for every little thing, groceries, gas, even coffee, but now she prefers carrying a few folded bills in her pocket or purse. Don't overlook that shift. That's not a random change. It's a strategy. Her quiet way of making sure you never trace where she's been, or worse, who she's been with. And think about it, people don't just change spending habits overnight. When a woman starts avoiding cards, it's not about convenience. It's about control, about secrecy, about covering her tracks before you even think to look. Here's the hard truth. One sign on its own might not mean much. But when 3, 4, or 5 start showing up together, it's no longer coincidence. It's a pattern. And patterns never lie. Because when a woman is preparing her exit, she'll do everything to look innocent. But her rhythm changes. Her timing slips. Her smallest habits whisper the truth long before her lips ever do. So, the real question is, will you recognize the signs before she steps out that door and into another man's arms? If this video opened your eyes, like it now. And if you're new here, subscribe, not just to support this channel, but to help more men like you see what others miss. Together, we grow stronger, wiser, and much harder to fool. I'm Jane.